Alright guys, here it is, Thursday morning. Oh lordy, I'm feeling kind of rough, but I got this shirt on. I'm the middle child. I'm the reason we have rules. My sister that passed, she got all of us girls these t-shirts. One for the middle, one for the baby, one for the oldest. I got her on today. Today I started kind of monitoring what I eat. When you're tracking what you're eating and stuff, sometimes it gets annoying to try to write everything down. And so I'm just kind of cheating a little bit, I guess. I'm just trying to document kind of what I eat. Because I think once you pay attention to what you're eating, by either documenting or looking at being aware of counting things, that's when you start losing weight because you're aware of what you're putting in your mouth. I used to eat 2 eggs in the morning, 2 slices of turkey bacon. I've cut it back down to 1 and 1. 1 egg, 1 turkey bacon. Try to knock off a little bit of this belly. I know I'm not going to lose a lot of weight and I'll never get back down to the size I was, but I know for me, I'm way overweight. My leg has been acting up. I don't know why. Feels like I pulled a muscle in my leg. Being old, so I'm gonna go out and water my plants. I like to do some yard work, but it's just too hot. I don't even know what the temperature is gonna be, but it's been in the hundreds already. 103, 105, all the way up to 107. So kind of late. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Kind of late to start doing stuff in the yard, but I'll go out there and I'll water, and that's it. I don't have a lot of plans for today. I still need to clean my bathroom. I haven't got to that because I was feeling kind of achy. What can I say? But anyhow, let me go out here and water my plants, and I'll give you an update on my garden. As you can see, here's my garden. Now my tomato plant is very large, as you see. There's not one tomato on it. No flowers. There's my pepper. See, that's where that caterpillar was eating. I got kale, Swiss chard, and I got my other pepper back there. And I got a bell pepper and some more Swiss chard. But no flowers on them, which means no fruit. I haven't found any more caterpillars. We'll see. Today don't feel as hot. See, I have my hose laced there. So when I turn it on, I have to run the water until the water gets a little warm because it's like hot coming out of that hose. I've got a lot of the plants kind of succumb to this weather, but I have a poinsettia down here. You see right here, this poinsettia. And it's thriving really good underneath here. So a lot of my plants look like they're dried up, but as I've learned, they come back every year. Let me get to watering. Ooh, got me some water, and I got me a V8. Like I said, I'm kind of trying to watch what I eat. So, whew. Tonight, I told you Bill's days off got changed to Saturday and Sunday. Usually on Wednesday, which was Bill's Friday, I would just cook for me and Eddie because Bill was off Thursday and he would be eating dinner here at home. So I didn't want any leftovers on Wednesday to go into Thursday. Now it's Friday, is his Friday. I don't want to have leftovers to carry over to Saturday because they'll both be off Saturday and one of them could cook. But let me drink my B8, get some vitamins here. You could get really overheated out here. The other day, I ran out and I always put my earrings on. I ran out to the post office and just to pick up some stuff for my beef stroganoff at the store. And later on the day, I looked, I had a gold hoop and a silver hoop. So one side I was gold and one side I was silver. I was like, whoa. People probably thought, what? I remember my mom one time, she told me she had put on 2 different shoes and went to work. And she said one was like bigger than the other one. I think they were like tennis shoes. She said, yeah, I got to work and I was like, I got 2 different shoes on. Well, we all do it. I just called yesterday to make an appointment for a pedicure. Well, the closest she's got is Wednesday. What happens is my big toe started acting up. I mean, I wear flippy flops, so it's not inside the shoe where it's pressing all the time. All here on the side is real tender because that nail growing into my skin. So I try to do a hack job and kind of cut it back a little bit. I may have gotten most of it, but I don't want to hack up my toe too much. She's going to have to repair it, fix it, get that done, and hopefully, so now my toe's hurting, my leg is hurting. When it happens, you get it all at once. So I'm going to see what I want to do today. I do have crocheting to do. I may just take it easy because this leg of mine, it's like, you know, I'm walking okay, and then I walk and the pain jumps up my leg. But other than that, you know, I'd like to work out in my yard. Maybe this evening I could go out there after dinner because we have that shed. I told you we have that Rubbermaid shed we want to get rid of it. I have some stuff in there. I took out some of my stuff, so I need to move them over to the shelf I have outside. I have my table. I got 2 things of dirt in the front. I want to get to the back. So I may try to work on that tonight a little bit. It just depends. Because like I said, that's the only time you could go out there is when there's shade or early in the morning before the sun really gets up. And I'm not that early of a person. Of course, my getting up time has changed. I used to get up, I'd wake up about 7:30 and I'd get up maybe 7:45. And sometimes I ended up sleeping till 8 o'clock because I wake up at 6 in the morning, and time I went back to sleep and getting that deep sleep, then it's 8 o'clock. So, but now since I've been home and going through 2 time changes, going there to a time change and then coming back to a time change, 6 o'clock I wake up. I'm like, it's too early for me to wake up. Come 7 o'clock, I can't lay there no more. I gotta, get up. So now I'm getting up a half hour, 45 minutes earlier than I used to. A lot of adjustments when you go through a time travel. Get all your vegetables in your juice. So it's a good little pick-me-up. But right now it's just so hot. I feel we have the air on. When you come in from outside and you come in the house, it feels cool. I can feel that heat, because we have no trees over here, and we're trying to kind of landscape, like I said. I was on Lowe's site, and they have gutter installation. It doesn't rain a whole lot out here, where they put gutters on the houses, not like back home in Indiana. Everybody has gutters, because it rains a lot. Snow, rain. My front door, it comes like this, So you have one side of I don't know how to say, you have like my front door, right? And then you have this V that goes out. The water comes down that V, and when you're standing to unlock the door, it's close enough that you're trying to unlock the door and that water's falling pretty much down your back. It's like in a direct line where you stand to unlock the door. We want to get a gutter to go the length of the house and the rainwater end up at the end. And then maybe put something down there that catches the water, let it drain off that way. Because it's a mess. It falls right there, and it's terrible to get into the house. When we went to Lowe's the other day, I had tried to find out about the installation, and they didn't really know. So what it is, Lowe's partners with local businesses. They buy the stuff at Lowe's. Lowe's supports them. Anyway, I put that out there that I wanted somebody to come by and, they're going to have to come back by and look at everything and give us an estimate. Because before we landscape, we want to get that little gutter just in the front. I don't have an issue in the back with it pouring down like that. So we're going to see what kind of solutions we could get and get that done and, paid for before we start doing the landscaping. Now, by the window, we want to, from the end of the house My bedroom window and the craft room window, we want to, up to that point, probably put like river rock. We'll eventually get like big planters and put plants there. I have some poppy, California poppy I like to put in there. I know they're drought resistant. They come up every year. My idea to put in those pots, because they're going to get the full sun in the afternoon. There's no shade. They'll have shade in the morning, but once that sun comes over at noon and stuff, they'll be hitting, the highest temperature. I got to make sure I have plants that will survive that in there. We have the sidewalk, but we have a very little space from the front door till you step off and there's dirt. So my son, he measured that, and we're thinking about putting pavers, kind of extend my porch area out a little bit. So we're going to do like, I think it's 31 inches crossed, probably 5 or 6 feet long, that we want to put pavers there. And that's the 2 projects we want to do pretty soon till we get the gutters. And eventually from that, we're going to start designing more for the yard. We may do, scallop edging. I do have the middle out there. It had a big cactus. The big cactus eventually died. I've got all these babies. They're running amok out there. They just take off. I've had neighbors come down and say, "Can I get some of your cactus?" Yeah, sure. It's the kind of cactus you can just cut it, throw it in the dirt, and it grows, supposedly. So what I want to do, it had a circle there, and it's got like a black, probably mulch or something in there. I want to kind of gut that little area, put plants in there like cactus. Have a cactus garden, but I want to take all those little babies and ring them in and put like some kind of border around there that they can't jump out of there, because they'll stay contained once you put a little wall there. That's what I want to do there. But I would like to put a tree there, have the cactus. That afternoon sun beats on our front door, so especially like in the fall and winter when the sun is lower, it hits right at our doorknob, and it is hot to, hard to grab that knob to get in, even in the winter. It might be cold out, but that sun hits that knob. So I like to have a tree there, something that grows fast, that gives us shade there. And it'll cool our house a lot too, because my bedroom's exposed there. We need shade trees. That's something we're going to work in stages, because you got to. I mean, we don't have the money just to put it all out there, so we have to kind of work in stages, pay for that, and then work in another stage. It takes time to get all that done. So I want to get some more sand, because we have pavers in the back that were put in years ago, probably a good 10 years by now, 15 years. And, the sand is out of there where you hose it down and stuff. So I want to put some more sand there. Try to start sprucing up this yard. I really want to get the backyard done so we can sit out there. I love sitting out in the yard, but it's just too hot. So we have to have shade, some kind of shade. So I'm going to be looking at that too. And we'll see what we can do. Summer projects.